We are back with another American Knife Girl podcast. We are post Blade Show, and we have some awesome things to talk about Blade Show with you guys today, as well as a few of what we have left from our inventory. It did go pretty quick, and we're a little late to getting this video, but here we are. We hope you enjoy it. We thought it would be fun to kind of have Brittany ask some questions since she's never been to a Blade Show, and maybe give you guys some perspective if you also haven't been to Blade Show about what it's all about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's get started.
I got my phone here because memory's not so sharp these days.
Perks of getting older, right?
Yeah. So you went to Blade Show. I'm completely clueless when it comes to anything about Blade Show. I have been catching some other people's recaps, what they've picked up from Blade Show on YouTube, but I just kind of wanted to get your perspective.
Sure. So,
well, first, I am curious, what year did Blade Show start?
I believe it was 82 in Kentucky. I could be wrong on that date though, but I want to say they've been about like 40 years. They started in Kentucky and then moved over to the Waverly, and now they're in the convention center there.
Wow.
So it's been a long time coming. And then obviously they've added Blade Show Texas and Blade Show West out in Utah. So it's been constantly growing. There's a lot of knife lovers out there. So
Do you know how many makers were there this year?
typically it's over 1,000 exhibitors between makers and manufacturers.
Wow.
So if that gives you any perspective on how big these rooms are, it's
yeah.
wild.
I've never seen the Waverly, but it would have to be big.
It's incredible. Well, and then they have the show in 2 rooms. So they have this big main room that you walk into, and it's like incredibly overwhelming. And then a lot of times people miss the second room, which I feel like is even more overwhelming because I feel like it's more tables. And then you also have like the balisong flippers in the corner. So it's like a bunch of teenage kids.
Yeah, I did catch a live balisong contest.
Oh,
That was pretty
They moved that out to the lobby this year, which was kind of cool. So every time I had to like walk back to the room with inventory, I was walking past the bally competition, which is kind of scary because
yeah,
they're kind of like
pretty
reckless.
wild in there. Yeah. We saw in your video one of a really cool booth called the Outpost.
Yeah. So
whose booth was that?
So that was like, it drew my attention right away. Last year, is it Pete's Pirate Life and Big Idea Design created this pirate ship last year, which was in the second room. And this year they were in the main room with this Outpost. So I got to meet the team there. And they had like a arcade game. They had like a chill spot to like sit on a couch. It was great to go sit there after like being on my feet all day.
Yeah, it looked kind of dark and
it was
nice.
Like I could have napped for sure. But so is that I feel like Heretic also had a really cool booth
because I was gonna ask who else stood out.
Yeah, they so the Outpost had like one arcade game and then the couch, and then Heretic had like this entire like arcade behind their booth, including a claw machine that had some of the Blade Show specials in it. So it was like $2.50 to play the game, and you could have won it like a Blade Show special, Manticore S, which I thought was super sweet.
It was really cool.
I'm trying to think who else. Hinder always has a cool, like unique, like outdoorsy themed booth.
Yeah, I didn't, from any of your other Blade shows, I haven't seen any stuff like that. So it's pretty wild how big people go for that.
Oh gosh, you should go to SHOT Show. Those booths are insane. Well, so like Microtech this year brought their booth that they had at SHOT Show. It's beautiful. So it's not like wild and crazy arcade or anything, but it's just like a really solid, good looking booth. So a lot of that too.
Cool. Did you see or meet anyone famous there? I've heard there's celebrities well.
So I didn't see anybody this year that I would say like is like super famous, so like Knife World famous. Like I got to meet Melissa Backwoods, which was super cool because I've been working with her, doing some YouTube stuff, which has been super fun. And then I'm trying to think. I don't think Zach Brown was there this year, but he's typically there because he had Southern Grind, Zach Brown's Southern Grind.
I did actually read that or heard that somewhere in last week, so that's pretty cool.
I don't know like what he looks like, and I was like looking through my pictures after like hearing that Zach Brown was in Utah when we went, and here he is just standing behind me, and I'm just like oblivious to my own world. So yeah, there are quite a few famous people, a lot of YouTubers. met a lot of
Yeah.
YouTubers,
That
which was
be
fun. Like Bessie EDC,
Mhm.
super fun to meet him. He accidentally walked in on me singing karaoke in the elevator. No idea who he was. And then later when I like officially met him, he's like, "Oh, you were the girl that was singing in the elevator." I'm like,
funny.
"Yeah, that was me."
I've heard a lot about a pit. Can you explain to me
The pit.
exactly what the pit is and what goes on in there?
Absolutely. So at the Renaissance, so you have the hotel and then you have the event center. They're connected through a walkway. So in the lobby of the hotel is like, do you remember like in the 70s, like the conversation pits that people would have in their homes?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like that. It's literally like this big
okay.
pit.
You just step down.
And you step down into it, and it's just like drinks, it's meeting makers, it's trading with like-minded people. Like that's where I've met a lot of the people that I've met in the industry is literally in the pit after hours, because sometimes it's hard to connect at the show when you're running around or you're dealing with customers and that kind of thing. It's just more like chill, but it gets kind of wild.
Yeah.
And they do the awards ceremony down there. It's like the whole lobby is overtaken now. It's not just the pit anymore.
Wow.
So, but when people say we're going to the pit, they really mean the lobby of the hotel, and there's a bar right there, and then there's like a little bar in the pit.
Oh my gosh. Do they limit the number of people in there?
I mean,
each year?
not that I know of.
Okay.
I mean, we've never been yelled at, or I don't know. I mean, probably. They're probably supposed to.
I'm curious, was there a knife that stood out to you, or a knife that you wish you would have gotten?
So Microtech unveiled their new Ultratech with zero blade play.
Yeah.
So I got to hang out with Ray from Microtech for quite a bit, and
Ray.
like, yeah, he's great.
That's a voice
Yes.
you'll always know.
Can't ever forget it. Very solid voice.
Yeah.
So got to play with that in the Atrius, got to see the Surefire knife that they unveiled, what was that, like a few weeks ago. So I would say that I'm mostly looking forward to that coming out as far as manufacturers that we carry. Yeah, that was, oh, and can't forget about the jumbo hydras too.
Oh my god.
Like there'll be a video coming
crazy.
out where I'm like interviewing Mike and he like sets it off and like I could feel the wind coming off of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just about got decapitated. Not really, he was like a foot away, but it felt like he was a lot closer.
Yeah, I'd probably say some dramatic stuff like that. I mean, just Ethan opening his knife next to me is like,
Oh, I do that to Jordan all the time.
terrifying.
Like, I don't know what it is, like just the like just gets me every time. So yeah, I would say the new Ultratech, the jumbo hydras. That's probably the coolest ones that I saw.
I heard you want a custom knife.
I did win a custom knife. It was American Mini Ultimatum.
And that didn't stick around here too long.
No, it went.
out.
Oh, as soon as I won it, people were in line like, "Will you sell it to me? Will you sell it to me?" I'm like, I think I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit, and then decided it was probably not the best business decision to keep that one. So we did let it go.
That was a stunning one.
Yeah, he does great work.
How do those giveaways work?
So there's two different types that goes on. You'll have like lottery and then you'll have auction.
Okay.
So that one I won on, well, like lottery, right? Yeah. So you just like go and you, whatever ones you want, you sign up. So like we did like Shiro, Brian Brown, Shark Knife Co. And like you would sign up on this like clipboard at each booth, and then each booth would have a different time that you needed to be present.
Okay.
And if they called your number or drew your name, then you win the opportunity to purchase the knife.
Cool.
So I think every blade show I have won a lotto.
Really?
Yeah. Our first one I won a deadlock,
I'm
and
not lucky like that.
I think that's really the only reason Jordan brings me to shows is to win these lottos, because although he did win a Shark Knife Co. and he was not there because there was another lotto going on at the same time. That's the tricky part. You really have to like divvy out which ones you want to do. So that's how the lottos work. And then there's also live auctions where you can like just like bid and see what everybody's bidding on.
Do you know how many they do?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I have no idea. A lot.
That's so cool.
A lot.
Yeah,
We
that's
maybe
really
do
cool.
like participate in like 4 or 5 just to keep it, you know, simple, because we're already running around like building our inventory, meeting new makers, bringing on new brands. So then we add in the lottos, and it's like, okay, but we have to stand here until they call all the numbers for all of the knives. So that's what got us with the Shark Knife Co. one. Is I think we were at Shiro because it was at the same time. and it was in the other room. So that's the other thing.
Oh,
You have to kind of like plan out like
Yeah.
big room, little room.
with it being so big, it's like getting from here to there. Just a lot of running.
Yes, it's a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
My feet hurt so bad at the end.
Did you pick up anything for your personal collection?
For my personal collection, I actually didn't this time, just because like this was my first time like interviewing and filming, and so Joe was with me the whole time, and we were just trying to get content. So I didn't really.
Great. That's fun.
Thank you. I hope that we can continue to do stuff like that. If you guys haven't watched the YouTube videos, there's going to be another one dropping this weekend as well. But just like really like what Blade Show all entails. So you'll be able to learn a little bit more too watching those. But I didn't pick up anything for my collection this time. I would have loved to pick up something. I don't even know what.
Do you remember anything that caught your eye?
Yeah, the TR3 over at Protech. So the Duel.
What?
The Duel, it was auto and manual. No?
Just manual.
I did hear about one that was auto manual.
What one was?
I was actually watching that on my way to work today, but I couldn't for the life.
I feel like it's all just like mush.
The touch was.
That's what it was.
Was it?
Yeah, the touch click.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was watching something on my way to work today, and I can't remember who it was, but
yeah,
that's cool.
I think we're gonna be seeing some sweet stuff this year.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. What's your favorite memory from Blade Show this year?
Favorite memory from Blade Show. Does it have to be like actually at Blade Show or just like
About your trip?
About the trip. So obviously, like you've been walking, you've been talking, you've been doing all the things. You are burnt by the end.
Yeah.
You have no plans afterwards other than maybe going to the pit or going out to dinner. And this year we decided literally 15 minutes before we left that we were going to go to the Kane Brown concert.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got in our Ubers. We did not have tickets to this concert.
Oh, really?
But we showed up and we went, and it was an amazing time just hanging out with other people in the community. It was just kind of like a collective like, hey, what are you guys doing tonight? Should we go to this concert? We ended up going, and it was awesome.
Fun.
So I think just like our other video, this sounds so just like cliche, but the people, like that's probably my favorite memory is the people.
Yeah.
In all aspects. Meeting new people at the show, hanging out with people after the show, all of it.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of people would probably agree that, well, aside from the people that go there and pick up, their grails and stuff they've been excited for, I think otherwise the people would probably be a lot of people's answers.
I think, well, because we obviously interviewed and asked people like, what's been the best show or best part? We had like a few things like pizza. I think it was Jesse from Vegas Forge, but I caught him so off guard. But I think he probably would have said people. I think that was the consensus, was the people. Somebody said big pipes.
Just being somewhere where you're around a lot of people who have the same interest.
Yeah. For 3 days.
Yeah.
Some of them were there like a week in advance camping outside.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw Melissa's video interviewing them. I camped out for 3 days. I'm like,
people have like hammocks and all this stuff outside
with their kids and all. So
well, if you're gonna do it, might as well include the family.
Yeah. Well, what do we have left here? From what you guys picked up?
So I grabbed a few things from Protech and from Microtech of what we have left from the show. And I know I just did a video on these yesterday, but I think this is the sweetest like knife that we still have from our Blade Show inventory. It is the Combat Troodon Interceptor. So this is the Gen 3. It has the drivetrain system and the card cutter. I would love to see these in some more colors. I know we've had them in tan and green already, but now we've got the black epoch. So there's that. Also from Microtech, we have the Shadow Stitch in a full straight. So this is a collab with Sebastian Berengi over at Borka. We still have quite a few of these left if that's something you're looking for. Badass knife. I mean, this is just,
yeah,
I don't know, love it. Love the stitch.
Sold quite a few of those already too, though.
And then lastly, we have the Daytona and now a Hellhound blade. So that's something that they haven't done before. So just spicing it up a little bit before we start seeing that new Ultratech hit the floor.
Yep.
And Protech freaking brought the fire. Like I only grabbed 4, but we have like a ton of different models that they brought specifically for Blade Show. They had their entire case was all just like exclusive stuff for Blade Show.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I saw a lot of customs come back
yeah.
and stunning stuff.
So we have the Oligarch with the Damascus blade. See, I blink really hard when I snap the knives. Like,
That's Protech.
that is Protech. We've been through this.
Yeah.
So we have the Oligarch, which I think is super special. These were, I'm trying to see how many there were, out of 100. So I think we got like 8 of them out of 100. So we have a few of those. We have the Malibu. We have the 25th anniversary Malibu with the Nexus. And then we also have the Malibu now in an operator. So if you are a collector of the operator series, this is gonna have that tritium button in perfect.
And they did dragon scale on that one?
Yes.
This time?
Yes, dragon scale.
Awesome.
So, and then the other one that we haven't seen in a while is the TR2 with the skull. So this was pretty popular a few years back. We've brought it back for Blade Show 2024 now with a Magna Cut blade. So I think those were my top picks of what we had left. Clearly we're sensing a theme of more tactical looking.
Yes.
With the black.
Yep.
So that's that. I know we have more inventory coming in. We sold out of pretty much everything. We had brought like McNee's back. We had brought, where am I blanking? Demco back. They all went like so quickly.
We have
Heretic.
a couple of Automax left, I think, from McNee's.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much still sitting.
Do we have Ridge Runners left?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
a few
we've
Ridge
got a
Runners
couple.
left. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for a Blade Show recap. Was there anything else that you wanted to know?
There's so much that I'm sure I'll just ask you.
Well, perfect.
Maybe another video.
Another video. I did want to mention before we end this video, something really cool that happened at Blade Show was we were able to secure some people for our event. So
Oh yeah.
August 17th is our Minnesota Knife Enthusiast Day. This is, I think, our 4th year doing this. We just have like basically a big EDC party, but this year we brought on some manufacturers. So we will have Microtech here, we will have Heretic here, Jake McCoy from McCoy Blade Works. We will be doing exclusives. We're gonna have giveaways, raffles. I was just working actually with David Mayer this morning on what our exclusive is gonna be. Talked to Mike over at Heretic yesterday, got that locked down. So I think you guys are gonna be pretty excited to see what all we've got to bring to the table. That event is BYOB, but it is catered. So come eat some food with us, hang out, get some cool knives, and just have a blast. So.
You said people could bring their collection to trade.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bring your collections, show them off, trade, whatever you want to do. It's always fun to get to meet other like-minded people.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited.
yeah, this will be your first one.
Yep.
It is a family event too, so feel free to bring your spouse or your kids or whatever. It's just a good time, hang out, and yeah. So I guess that's
Before we head out,
yeah.
Let's do a pocket check.
Oh, that's probably a smart plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's essential.
It is essential. So I'm really girly today. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and so she loves this one. This is one of her favorites. So she picked this out this morning. It is the rose gold Hera. We've got the older style clip on it, and then signature series. I would love to see them bring the rose gold back. So if you're watching this, Microtech, bring the rose gold back, because
that's the only one I've ever seen that's rose gold.
Yeah.
Oh, aside from an exo set, I think.
Yeah, I think we have some exo sets back in stock, but I would love to see like some minis, a little mini rose gold hair.
That would be fun.
It's my favorite.
That would be fun.
What do you have today?
Today I'm carrying one of the Protech runts, the Tiffany blue that you guys picked up from Blade Show.
Yeah.
It's my favorite color. So.
Your nails match.
Oh yeah.
Love it. Nice and pretty color. Well, I think that's it for today. We will be gone next week, so we won't have an episode next week. And honestly, we probably won't have one for 4th of July week unless we film it super early in the week, which who knows? You guys can wait and see. But for now, we'll let you guys go.